I'm Carrie Byrne Putelo, and welcome to Mohawk Valley Living TV. This week's episode, we're going to sit down with Dr. Juleen Qandah and talk about how you know if you should go to the urgent care or the emergency room. Then, the February home issue is out, and we're going to sit down with Tyler Brown from B&K Fencing and with Dick Geraty from Geraty Pools and Spa and learn more about how we can plan now for the projects we want done this spring and summer. Then we're headed to the Utica Curling Club. They've got an open house coming up where you yourself can try curling. MMRI and Mohawk Valley Living just hosted our first seminar in our series, Health and Science Made Simple, the Ozempic Effect. We had a great turnout and we're so excited for the next one coming up in March. This series is sponsored by CNY Brain and Spine and by Excelis Blue Cross Blue Shield. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you go to mmri.edu for tickets for our March seminar. Today I'm here in the Mohawk Valley Living offices with Dr. Juleen Qandah.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Juleen. Good, how are you?
Good, great.
So Juleen, you're an emergency medicine physician,
Yes.
and thankfully for us, because you give us a wealth of information, Mohawk Valley Living's health editor.
It's my pleasure to be in this position. I'm very honored and
Thank you,
blessed.
thank you.
So thank you.
Coming up in February, we have a great article that you put together, and I really want to talk about the fact, we talked about this before, the flu is rampant.
Yes.
There are all sorts of illnesses. A lot of times, you're not sure what to do. Do you
Right.
call your physician if it's a weekend? Do you go to urgent care? Do you go to the emergency room? How should people really decipher which method or which way they should go, depending on what their illness
How sick
is?
they are, or
Yes.
what problem they're having. Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is such a good question because we encounter this all the time in the medical field. And I'm really glad that I was able to feature something this month regarding this. So in general, for coughs, colds, minor illnesses, we usually recommend that patients call first and foremost their primary care physician to see if they can fit them into a sick visit in their office that same day or the following day and get them evaluated, tested, treated, whether it's testing for the flu and giving them Tamiflu or whatnot. Urgent cares are mostly for patients who are either A, not able to get into their primary care doctor in a timely fashion for their urgent medical matter, or B, have something like a broken bone, maybe a sprain that needs an immediate x-ray, which a primary care physician doesn't necessarily have an x-ray machine in their office. So urgent cares deal mostly with minor illnesses like cough, flu, sometimes minor vomiting, diarrhea, stomach bugs where patients are not severely dehydrated, or like an extremity injury or an injury to their body that's minor and not life-threatening, like not where their bone is like crooked, sticking out.
But if you think you broke your finger or you jammed a toe or something else, that's a good place to start.
Definitely.
Okay.
Even if your finger is dislocated, that's okay to go to an urgent care center for that. When in doubt, you can always call urgent care centers for advice. So they really welcome phone calls, and you can always call them and say, hey, this is what's going on with me or my loved one. Is this an appropriate urgent care visit?
Right.
And they will really give you very good advice, and they might ask you a couple questions to kind of direct you the right way. Okay. Versus emergency departments where we deal more with, obvious strokes, heart attacks, patients who are having chest pain where they don't know if they're having a heart attack or not, where they're having abdominal pain, they don't know if they have appendicitis or diverticulitis and they need a CAT scan. So, or like severe headache. So things like that, like a severe migraine that you've never had before or an unusual headache that is severe you've never had before. These would be things that you would visit more of an emergency department for. The major stuff like trauma, car accidents, that's easy because you're coming in like you're going
in an ambulance, you're going
in and
out.
Right. But what really is frustrating, I feel bad for patients who are in the emergency department waiting room really for what more is an appropriate urgent care complaint. So, sometimes the emergency department wait times are hours long, and patients are out in the waiting room because they don't have a life-threatening illness. Right. The patients who are sicker, who do have those major medical problems, that need immediate emergency care are being taken in first. That's why we have
prioritized. Yes, makes
exactly.
sense.
We have to prioritize that. So Sometimes patients and families get upset that they're waiting for so long,
Right.
but if their vital signs are normal and they've already had their triage done and it's not an emergency, they can be out there for a long time, versus going to see an urgent care provider. They're in and they're out, like usually within like an hour. So I've worked on both sides. I used to be the director of FACS and urgent care, where I did that for years. So I saw everyone coming in for different things. A lot of older folks tend to want to go to urgent care centers. They don't want to be in the hospital
Right.
emergency departments. So those older folks sometimes do need to be in the ER.
And the urgent care centers will transfer
Yes.
you or tell you to go to the hospital if that's what you need.
So many times, like, patients show up, like, let's say shortness of breath is a very bad complaint, right? Like, if you're feeling short of breath and you can't catch your breath, you don't know what your oxygen level is.
Right.
So many times, like, shortness of breath is, I'm talking like, except for like a mild bronchitis or something. Shortness of breath should be seen in the emergency department, because those patients show up to an urgent care center. The urgent care checks their oxygen level, which is in the 70s or 80s, and then the urgent care is calling 911 an ambulance to take that patient emergently to the ER. So we try to avoid those situations if we can. And you can always call your primary care doctor, also ask them for advice on where to go, but really you can call an urgent care center and they will give you very good advice too.
It's also a benefit to the patient, because if you're showing up, like you said, to the emergency room without something that is actually an emergency room visit, your wait times, everything else, and it's clogging up the system, right? So instead of that, really kind of, and people will take a look at this piece you did in February, which is phenomenal, which really shows, you can look at the symptoms and kind of see which direction should I go in. Always call your primary care physician, check in with urgent care, ask them, because they may say, no, that is something you should go to the hospital for. But really get that information first before kind of going out
and really one
making
thing
that.
we didn't even talk about is cost. I mean, an emergency department visit can be 10 or 20 times more of a cost to a patient than an urgent care visit. So
look at those insurance cards. There is a different copay for emergency room visits, and it is, like you said, could be 10 times.
Yes,
right.
Very much.
Well, thank you so much again for sharing all of your knowledge with us. I'm excited for everyone to see it in the February issue.
Me too. And hopefully this flu season will be done, because this is one of the worst flu seasons we have ever had.
I hope so.
It's terrible.
Keep washing your hands, sanitizer, get your flu shot, right?
Yes,
even if you haven't, get your flu shot.
It's not too late to get your flu shot, even if you get it now, so it can still help.
The February issue is on newsstands now. It's the home issue, and it's great for planning your spring and summer projects. Check it out, or go to MohawkValleyLiving.com. Coming up, Tyler Brown from B&K Fencing takes me through how to plan your fence build. Up next, I head to Geraty Pools and Spas and sit down with Dick Geraty to learn more about how you plan your pool build. To catch up on anything you've missed so far, full episodes of Mohawk Valley Living TV are available on YouTube.
It's here, the only robotic GPS in the state outside of New York City. The Excelsius GPS. No need to travel to the big cities. The best technology is right here at Central New York Brain and Spine Neurosurgery. The Excelsius GPS provides a safer and more precise surgery with better outcomes for you. Improved accuracy, less time under anesthesia, and incisions are reduced to only millimeters. For world-class care and the latest technology, call Central New York Brain and Spine Neurosurgery, where Dr. Q cares about you.
It's winter in upstate New York. And yes, it's cold outside. But old Mother Nature, she doesn't care that you need a new door. But we do. New York Sash products are Energy Star rated. That means we'll help you keep the cold outside. Local expertise, quality craftsmanship, lifetime warranty, serving West Winfield and beyond.
Hear ye, hear ye! Welcome roofing royalty to your home. The King awaits with bountiful savings. The Roofing King can help you with all your roofing needs. The Roofing King and all his men have the royal plan with perfect installs, maintenance, repairs, and free inspections. Call 315-269-3519 or visit roofingkingusa.com today. Save yourself time and money with your roofing professionals, the Roofing King.
From our family's first dealership to today, the Steve Ponte Auto Group continues to be your locally and family-owned auto group.
With our 8 locations, we stay true to our mission, to treat everyone like family and to always make the process easy.
Whether it's your first visit to our showroom or your 5th, We don't stop at the sale. Our service departments are here for you even after you drive off the lot.
And we're proud to carry on our family traditions to the next generation.
We're your family-owned, locally owned auto group.
Brilliant water. BioGuard brings the promise to life. BioGuard dealers are your neighborhood pool and spa care specialists. Visit us today for expert advice and a complimentary water analysis.
For your free professional water analysis and all your other pool and spa needs, visit the professionals at Geraty Pools and Spa, your local BioGuard dealer. Geraty Pools and Spa, 234 South Caroline Street, Herkimer, or on the web at geratypools.com.
Today I'm here at Geraty Pools and Spa with Dick Geraty. Hi, Dick.
Hi, Carrie. How are you?
Homeowners who have pools can have someone come out and really take care of that, the chemicals,
Yes.
everything. What does that entail?
So we have a maintenance program that we can customize it to whatever works for you. We have many customers that have our maintenance team come out once a week, whenever they open the pool, but our unofficial start to summer is like Memorial Weekend. So we have a program that goes from Memorial Weekend to Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
Once a week, he'll come out, test the water, add chemicals, vacuum it, skim the top, make sure it's looking good. He can come out in early spring if you're having trouble getting the pool cleaned up. He can come out, test the water, add chemicals, get your pool going to where so it's ready for that unofficial start to summer, which we call Memorial Weekend here.
Right. So I love that because I know we do the pool open and we're putting a ton of chemicals in to try and get it back. And depending on the winter, especially when I think the temperature fluctuates, which we've had a little bit of this winter, that's when I feel like it can kind of go into that greener direction, right?
Yeah,
the
for
longer
sure.
you wait too.
And that's what I tell people. As soon as the weather breaks, I mean, you don't always want to open it super early, but as soon as the weather breaks, you're better to get that pool running, because if we do get that warm early spring, even late winter, that's when things start to churn under there and things turn
Algae
green, and
yep.
it's going to take longer to clean up. So
it gives you that opportunity to get it clear while the water's still cool,
Yes.
right? And then get it clean. And I do think once I get my pool clear, it's unusual I have an issue. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it kind of stays clear. So that maintenance plan is great that you do have someone coming out every week to make sure you're balancing those chemicals correctly. Would you say right now most people are doing saltwater systems?
I would say the majority of our new installations are saltwater pools.
Is that easier to balance, or?
It is, yeah, I definitely would say. So a saltwater pool still is a chlorine pool. It just takes the salt and converts it into chlorine. But I tell people, like, it has a whole different feel to it. It's softer on the skin, softer on your hair. It's not going to dry all that out. And then it's much easier. You're not having to remember to put in your sticks or your tabs or shock the pool. If the salt's up to level, it's going to balance itself out and take care of itself. So it is a great way to go nowadays. People really like the salt, the way it feels and the ease of it, to not having to add all the chemicals.
So the salt converts to chlorine.
Yes.
You mentioned easier on skin and hair. What about that whole green hair thing we got? I mean, I've got a daughter who's blonde. I have blonde hair. Does it still have the potential to give you that little tinge of green hair?
It doesn't really, because it balances the water. It keeps the pH and alkalinity in check with the salt. So yeah, you're not going to have those issues with green hair as much. But we tell people, salt pool, traditional chlorine pool, you still got to test it. And here at Geraty Pools, we do have free computerized water testing. I have people that bring it in here once a week, once a month. We tell people a little bit more, just to be safe. But our maintenance guy can actually come to your home and test it too. So no matter if you want to come here, do our computerized water testing here, or have our guy stop at your house and do the water testing, we just want to make sure that you're keeping the water in balance. If you keep the water in balance, if you keep it sanitized, you're not going to have issues with green hair, green pools. You're going to have crystal clear water all year.
So if I had the maintenance person come out, test the water, right? They could then also treat the water to fix whatever's not in balance.
He has everything on the truck to test it, and then add what is needed to take care of it right there on the spot.
And I don't have a saltwater system. Is that something I could add if I wanted to?
That's become very popular. Converting or traditional chlorine pools to salt pools. It's very easy. It can be done in a service call within a couple hours.
Wow.
We install the salt system over by your pump and filter,
Yep.
and we add the salt to the pool. We can get it up and running, and you will have a salt pool within a day or two compared to what you had before.
That's amazing. I have a liner, and I know we have a bunch here. So when I look at these have a trim on top. Mine is all one color. So I didn't do a trim, and I wonder if that's also the reason that maybe I'm getting that edging.
The border on top does hide.
It hides it.
No matter what, you're going to get that like ring around the tub. You can scrub it off, but yeah, the border on top definitely hides it.
So I probably have something like this, and I'm getting probably more of a bleaching effect, but it did give a brown tinge. So
Yeah.
it's something I'm getting ready to be like, all right, I just want a new liner. So what's the process in that? Like if I want to get a new liner this spring,
Sure.
summer, what do we do?
Stop in, give us a call. We can stop at your house, take a look at the pool. But once you're on our list and say July 1st, we're talking to come do your liner, June 1st, whatever it is, it's a one-day process.
That's awesome.
We will drain the pool, resurface the bottom, drop the new liner in, have water ready to go, and it's just one day where you're not losing weeks at a time. You're just losing maybe a couple days by the time you get it filled, running again.
So you said one thing right there that was key for me about the resurface. So on my steps, because I do have liner on my steps, I have like a little area that's sunk in a little bit, and I have some sharp areas. So that's going to kind of get taken care of as well when I do that?
We're going to resurface the bottom,
all right.
Patch any existing divots, holes. So yeah, try to smooth it all up so it's like a brand new pool again.
I like the sound
And that's
of
what's
that.
great about a vinyl liner pool, because I tell people that right from the beginning. Eventually, we tell people 10 years on the low end, 15 to 20 years on the high end, you're going to have to replace the liner. But when you do replace the liner, it's like giving the pool a facelift and it looks brand new. Right. We like the Latham Graphex Polymer pool for the Northeast.
Okay.
I tell people we could build any pool we want. We think this is the best for our climate.
Okay. And then one other thing I want to mention, you know, this isn't really a maintenance thing, but I did want to ask, because we're talking climate. Do you have a system that has like a level of insulation around it? Is that system that kind of, I know there's something that you can kind of.
The Radiant above ground pool we have is an insulated wall pool. It's a 2-inch foam thick insulated wall, so it's actually going to keep your pool warmer than a traditional above ground pool.
Wow.
And with that insulation, that 2-inch thick wall, it's going to keep your pool warmer. And everyone likes a warmer pool.
That's for sure, especially here. A lot of times the pool's warmer than the air.
Exactly.
Right? Today I'm here with Tyler Brown, owner of B&K Fencing. Hi, Tyler.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thanks so much for coming on today.
Thanks for having us.
I think I mentioned to you, I did a pool build about 8 years ago, and of course had to get a fence. Legally wanted one, and I did an aluminum fence.
Yep.
What I didn't think about in looking at the beauty of an aluminum fence is that my pool was on my side yard, and it was a privacy issue. So I ended up having that installer come back, and they placed wood in between each of them. It is not working for me, so I definitely need you to come out and see what the other options are. I was looking here and looking at all the different products. Aside from aluminum, I could conceivably do vinyl in the front, and then still have aluminum on the sides, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so there's a whole host of materials here. So when somebody calls and says, I need a fence, whether it's for a pool, backyard, dog run, that type of thing. Do you first go out? Like, what's the process?
Yeah, so people call, we'll come out usually in a day or two. We will go to the property and kind of see what, the fence is for, you know, whether it's for dogs, for kids, privacy, anything like that. So we'll kind of let the homeowner take the lead of what they want. If they don't, we could throw up our own opinions and kind of feel them out, ask them different questions to see kind of what route they would like to take.
Okay.
Pretty much explain to them, the vinyl's privacy, but we could also do, semi-privacy, so it's not fully privacy. With wood too, full privacy, semi-privacy. Wood's nice because we can build anything out of it.
Right. And board on board, so it can look the same on each side also if you're doing that.
Totally solid, or if they want to do like a shadow box so some wind can get through if they live in a high wind area.
Okay.
So a lot of options with the wood and the vinyl and stuff too. So.
And with the wood, you can choose to leave it natural and then it gets that silver gray appearance, or you can stain it and poly and, and
so
do that.
With the wood, there's a lot of different materials we could use. Definitely recommend something pressure treated or a cedar. If customers want to do like a rough cut, they have like a cheaper budget, we can do that as well. As far as the wood goes, we could do like a rough look, we could do like a sanded finish look.
Okay.
And then...
And is that what we have over here
yeah,
on this one?
So we have,
this is the sanded finish,
yeah,
right?
so we have a smoother finish here, and then this one's more of a rougher finish, you know. Same thing we could do with the pickets.
Okay, so this is for a picket fence. So.
Yeah, so that's your traditional dog ear. You know, you can do it,
That's
a
pretty.
flat top. You can put some cap and trim on it.
Okay.
Some post caps if you want the post up or if you want them flush to the fence. You know, a lot of different options with the wood. It's nice because we can build anything out of wood.
Okay,
So.
and then we have obviously chain link as an option. And you can work within anyone's budget, right? I mean, there
Yes.
are really all different price points of
Absolutely.
what we can do.
Big jobs, small jobs,
Okay.
kind of whatever we can do to help the homeowner.
Okay.
Yep.
Now we have 2 aluminum fences in front of us.
Yep.
What is the difference between these 2?
So right here we have a residential grade aluminum product with a flush top,
Okay.
3 rails, which is usually for our 54-inch, 5-inch,
Yep.
and our 6-inch comes with 4. But we have a flush top here. We have spikes in the bottom. We like to do the flush top and the flush bottom for around pools.
Yep.
If they want more of a look on the bottom, if it's for a yard enclosure, you know, we could do the spikes here.
And for this, let's say you wanted something a little more decorative, you could do the gate with like a different top,
Yes,
right?
yep,
To
you
kind
can
of
do
like
arch
enhance
tops,
that a
yep,
little bit.
yep.
Okay, great.
And this is our commercial grade. You see the spikes coming up. You can also do alternating spikes here.
Right. So this is this to keep things out basically, or it's just a deterrent?
It's like a decorative, you know,
Yeah.
it's a little
Oh, okay,
decorative,
okay.
you know. It could definitely keep stuff out with
Yeah.
the point, you know.
And this, I'm thinking even animals, but this
Yeah.
looks a lot thicker too. Like it
Yeah.
has a little bit of a different construction the way it comes out.
Yeah, so this is a full inch versus 3/4 of an inch here.
Okay.
These are a full inch versus 3/4 inch here.
Okay.
You could do alternating spikes
Okay.
here if you wanted something, you know, a little fancier.
Do you ever have homeowners put this in, or it's typically really just commercial grade?
So it's like a quarter, usually, you know, 25% of the homeowners, they want to do the commercial style because it's a little beefier, it looks a little better, the posts are a little bigger.
Yeah.
And both of the products are a great choice because they're both backed with lifetime warranties. And
Wow.
then we do a 10-year labor warranty on all of our installs for the aluminum products as well.
So 10 years on labor, lifetime on the materials.
Yes,
So you're really
yep.
getting an amazing guarantee
Yes.
when someone has B&K install their fence.
Yes, great value for your money. It's great investment for your home. It's protected with the materials, the labor warranty, and it's just a good choice.
So you know your black aluminum fence is going to stay black, basically.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
I mean, that's
we do
important,
offer
though.
other colors with aluminum. There's like a bronze, there's
Right.
a white, there's a gloss black or a matte black too. So there's a couple options
Different
there as
options.
well. Yeah.
Thanks again for joining me.
Yeah,
And
thank you for
I
having
hope
me.
to see you soon.
Yes, you too.
All right,
Thank
take
you.
care.
You've spent enough mornings staring at your outdated pink bathtub or grout that won't come clean. Stop dreading your morning routine. This year, upgrade your space with the New York Sash New Year Bath Sale. Take 26% off your entire bathroom project. This is our biggest sale of the season on high-quality, low-maintenance tubs and showers. We have financing available so you can buy now and pay later. So head over to NewYorkSash.com or stop in our showroom to get started.
Okay, it's all fixed. No new parts, under an hour, no charge.
I don't want to make any decisions right now.
Don't worry about it. It's no charge.
Now, I really can't make a decision like this without talking to my wife. But I will decline the charges.
Sir, there's still no charge. You have a good night.
The green team doesn't sell, they solve. For unexpected wins, get on the green with Standard.
Wait, you didn't even ask for my email address.
We are the best spine care facility in the region. We are providing world-class care for our patients. We are Central New York Brain and Spine Neurosurgery. Suffering from neck pain, back pain, frustrated because you can't get any relief? Let Dr. Q and his staff provide you with the care and compassion that you need. With the latest and greatest technology, Dr. Q and his staff will help get your health and your life back to what you deserve. Dr. Q cares about you. Call us today.
I had been lifting something heavy, felt a tinge in my back. I also had some shortness of breath, but thought it was due to what I figured was some kind of muscle pull. I was wrong.
The episodes of pain that Ray was experiencing were actually small heart attacks. The Wynn Emergency Department was able to provide immediate life-saving care to Ray's heart.
If it wasn't for the amazing team at Wynn, I might not be here at all. I feel indebted to everyone who helped make Wynn Hospital a reality so I can get the immediate care I needed right when I needed it.
Thank you for giving my daddy back home.
Curling like golf was invented in Scotland. Nobody knows really when, 1500s. It's been going on a long time. The typical game has 4 people on a team, 2 teams. Everybody on each team throws 2 rocks, so there's 8 rocks total. You can score a total of 8 points if the other team doesn't get anything in the house. A typical game lasts 8 ends, so throwing all the rocks down one end, down one direction is called an end. It's like an inning in baseball. And a typical game is 8 ends. Today on the other side here, they're playing a short game of 6 ends, so they'll stop after 6 times back and forth.
And Mike, you're going to talk me through how this goes, so let's see what we do.
All right, so you're going to stand on the hack first. Put your foot about there.
Okay.
You're going to come down. The skip is down at the far end, holding the broom, which is the aim point.
Okay,
and they've got one arm up, showing which way you're going to turn the handle. So you can rotate it either clockwise or counterclockwise. The stabilizer is going to help you balance. And then the rock kind of sticks to the ice a little bit. It's 40 pounds. So you push it forward a little bit to get moving, then you come back, this foot comes back, and that kind of gets your weight up, and then it's your weight coming down that gets you the momentum to move the rock.
Okay.
So forward, up. There's a men's game with 4 people. There's a women's game with 4 people. They'll have mixed like this where there's men and women together on a team, or open where you do whatever you want. So you put the stick on the handle like that, and when you let go, you're going to give it a little bit of a turn so it's straight up and down.
Okay.
And then it'll just slide out the end. So I give it a little, since it sticks to the ice a little bit, I give it a little bit of a pop to get it moving, and then just walk up.
Okay. And I'm letting it go before the line. Okay.
Let it go before the line. That's called the hog line.
All right, so a little tap.
A little tap just to get it moving. Just walk straight to the broom. To the broom, to the broom. Better. You got to walk a little faster. So if you don't give it any handle, the turn is called a handle. If you don't give it any rotation, it's like a screwball in baseball. It can go left or right, you can do anything.
So if we were down there, we'd be brooming that a little bit.
Sweeping it a little bit farther. You can make it go another 10, 15 feet with sweeping.
All right, and we'll try that next.
Sweep. That's all right.
If you want to try curling, there's an open house, February 28th, 11 to 5, 1-hour time slots, but you have to register.
Yes.
UticaCurlingClub.org. This was so much fun. I know my husband was kind of jealous I went to do this, so we might need to come back. I'll bring him. We're going to be seeing it on the Olympics, right? So it's going to be fun to be able to do it yourself too. So that's it from the Utica Curling Club. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Mohawk Valley Living TV. Make sure you catch next week's episode where we're going to be going around and learning about all the amazing products and services available at the home show at the Nexus Center. See you next week.